All right, what is up, y'all? Jerry here, back with another daily live stream on Underdog Fantasy, and we're warmed up already. If you guys missed it, I just did 2 drafts over on Nice&BLUNT's channel. He is here with us today. What is up, my friend?
I'm good, man. Pumped, had a good time, and happy I can finally show my face. I apologize on the last one. This time I'm not an ominous ghost voice in the background. We got the camera
Yeah,
set
man,
correct.
absolutely. But hey, if anyone wants to check those drafts out, Nice&BLUNT, check out his channel. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with him anyways. I know some of you guys were in there, so hopefully we can just draft another great team.
Keep the
Yeah,
momentum
we're in
going.
a draft room already. Let's see if anyone tried to anticipate this. Oh, you guys, you fuckers. I knew it. There was 7 waiting for 7 when this started, and man, I'm gonna have to just like schedule a draft for some random time and then just start it suddenly because yeah, we got Neil jumping in here, Brooklyn Bum jumping in here. At least you guys are at the other end of the board, so don't have to worry about you sharp drafters.
Get used to it, man. You're not going to avoid it for long. Maybe randomly, but in general, it's just inevitable. You have to deal with it.
Yeah, man, and we got pick 5. Kind of wish we got somewhere in the top 4, but what do you think about getting a little weird in this one?
I'm
If
down.
one of these guys isn't there.
I mean, I offered you the CeeDee Lamb Pickens stack, and you had no interest.
That's disgusting.
But I mean, if you wanted to pull up James Cook or Achan, I wouldn't hate it at all. What do you?
You know, the first name that came out of your mouth was James Cook, and I'm down just to reach up for him in this.
To get unique a little bit?
Yeah,
He's
why
one of
not?
my most drafted running backs in the first round. I think he's one of the safest floor guys, but obviously in best ball, you kind of want the ceiling a bit more. But let's get a little unique with it. Get some.
Yeah, let's do it. And who Hames? What's up, man? Nice to see you here as always. Wilson, what's up? I know you're trying to get in here, but dude, you guys are too sharp. And hey, man, it looks like you have some fans. It looks like you got some fans of your camera in here.
I mean, we get the 1080p, so it's definitely helping. But you know, it is what it is.
Who Haim says he's actually been in a non-stream draft and it's fun. Dude, okay, you know what's funny is like I've done a couple late ones late at night, and who's in my drafts like more than a couple times? Freaking BBG. I just end up drafting with him randomly off stream sometimes too.
Sometimes you think that you're going to end up with a bunch of randoms, and then you end up recognizing a bunch of names in there too. We're all a bit addicted to this too much to not overlap. You know, there's 12
Yeah, but
hobby.
I mean, look at this here. We got 4 non-badgers next to us.
Oh,
And then we got another one on the other side of us. That's pretty rare. So maybe we'll get some falling value here. Who knows?
well, for the sake of being unique, we're not really trying to take the falling value. That's the only thing. We're trying not to negate the unique start. Like,
But
if
I
anything,
think
we're trying to take someone on the other side of the board.
the third round is where we get the most unique.
Okay.
And hoping like one of these running backs comes back to us that doesn't normally go to the back end of the third. And what's up, Gab? Welcome, my friend. I am not in Detroit. I live in Vancouver, Canada, actually. And I am just a Lions fan, diehard Lions fan. Been a Lions fan for a long time, and I'm just repping One Pride. Happened organically, and I stuck with it.
At least you're loyal. That's a true sign of someone that's loyal. If you are not linked to a team that sucks and doesn't win, you just stick around.
Yeah, I said I made it through the Matt Patricia era, so I think that cements me as a true Lions fan.
Mm-hmm. I haven't been a Charger fan for life, but I did last through the Brandon Staley era, so I think I've earned some credibility at least with the Charger fan base, at least a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm cool with one of these guys. Maybe not Brock Bowers when we start a running back, but Drake London or Chase Brown, I think feels nice right here.
I'd be happy with London. I'd be okay pulling up Nico, honestly, as well. But London does go. Chase Brown is not the most common combination, but I
I
feel
don't
like
mind Nico actually on this team because Nico and James Cook not paired together too often, and we're gonna kind of hope for one of these running backs with our next pick. I think,
yeah, I think
unless we want to get Josh Allen and go Josh Allen, James Cook.
honestly, now that you say that, it sounds pretty sweet.
Not something I've done before, and I have seen Josh Allen fall to the back end of the third, so I'm sure there's some teams with it,
But there's
but probably
going to
not
be
with Nico Collins as well. And Nico Collins as our wide receiver one, I don't like Stroud. So
exactly.
getting an elite level quarterback is nice. I do wish that James Cook would catch the ball a little more. He's such a good pass catcher, and they just don't use him in that role.
Yeah, but what I do feel confident about with James Cook is the fact they just promoted Joe Brady. Like James Cook's effectiveness and value has been specifically tied to since Joe Brady has become their offensive coordinator. Like if there's one player he is committed to, and they paid him last year, so there's no contract, negotiation to worry about. James Cook is going to be locked in as a very safe pick. And then he also has that like 30-point spike week potential. He can be the RB1 any given week. I think he's a great round one safety net.
Yeah, I think if Chris Olave is there, I think we take Chris Olave.
That's fine with me.
I don't think we ever see James Cook, Nico, Chris Olave.
Oh, someone wants to say hi to you.
Oh, is this a kitty?
Come here, Leia. Come on, little girl.
Oh, man. Okay, let me get Momo. He's the one that likes to be picked up. I'll see if he wants to right now.
She's tolerating it for the moment, but it might not last very long. Come on. Stay in frame. There you go.
He doesn't want to get picked up. I just fed them dinner, so
that's
they're not in pickup mode.
Dinner
But
right now. So
hello, Layla.
say hi. She's purring.
What a sweetheart.
She's probably tired of my shit. All right, I'll give her some treats in the background, but I'll be back in just a second.
Yeah, Who Hames is a loyal fan as well. Do you think Breece Hall's ADP should drop after the tag? I think it was a little expected anyways. I don't know if I was saying before, I don't know if it's the best value, but one bullish thing about Breece Hall is they have one of the best offensive lines in the league, especially for running the ball. Like the Jets have an underrated offensive line, and I mean, he's on the tag, probably going to want to get the most out of him. Maybe they trade him in the middle of the season too. So there's outs for him to just land up on a better team for the fantasy playoffs. So someone who could just get high upside, I don't think it's bad.
If he falls, it's going to be the same price as last year at the 3-4 turn. Like it's not going to be more than 10 picks. You know what I mean? Like there's no way he falls to the 5th round.
No, not like last year. We got some loyal fans in here too. I like it. Fantasy Dog, what's up, my friend?
Oh, I got to
Who Hames? The problem is they forced the ball to 3 backs last year. Yeah, that is very true. That's an Aaron Glenn thing for sure.
No, that landing spot fucking sucks.
Yeah, maybe they learned their lesson. I don't know. I'm curious to know who their quarterback is going to end up being for sure.
That's the most important factor because Fields is not helping with his rushing vulture status. Like it's all about the QB, and they never get that right. They're just the worst team for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Please give us JMO. I'm not even asking you if we can take him here because I'm taking JMO if he's available, without a doubt. I don't think Javonte's bad either, but JMO there, man, I don't know if I can pass up on JMO.
Oh, let's take it. Let's do it. If JMO had been taken, I would have wanted Javonte, but we were taking Jay Williams regardless.
Hell yeah, dude. Jay Williams in the 4th round, can't miss. Plus, how often is Jameson Williams with Chris Olave and Nico Collins? He's paired with James Cook, so we get kind of unique there in both ways.
Our receiver room isn't like the most impossible start to have. Like you said, you saw JMO fall to like, what was it, 47 or something recently, but to have them with James Cook is not something you see really ever. You mind
Yeah,
if I
I got
smoke
JMO
on the
at
channel?
47 the other day, and that's the latest I've seen him go.
Yeah, even 44 here feels a little late for what I've seen. Do you mind if I smoke on the channel?
No, go for it, man.
Okay, I'm gonna take a rip.
No problem. No, I used to be a daily smoker. I stopped this year.
I was taking a tolerance break, and I haven't purchased weed yet, but I found some like weed that I had stashed away that I'd forgotten about, and I'm like, now that I have it,
Yeah, that's the
I'll
problem,
finish
man.
it.
That's the problem. Like, I took a month break in October, and I told myself I wasn't going to go back to daily smoking. But then when I got my own weed again, it didn't happen. So on New Year's, I told myself I'm just going to be done with it. I gave it all away to a buddy of mine, and yeah, haven't smoked since.
You know, it's good to have an objective, a goal, and stick to it. So, all the power to you, man. It's good to take breaks every now and then.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll smoke again in my life, but I don't know when. I don't have any time in mind, and honestly, it's not really something I even think about anymore. I think Henderson's a pretty no-brainer pick right here.
I'm good with that. I'm chilling.
I like Henderson in the 5th round, and we feel really good at receiver. I still can't do Scatabo. If you guys see the thumbnail, man, like I feel like Scatabo is just gonna fall in these drafts. Like I've thought he's overpriced all the time. I have 0% of him. I know who Hames likes him, but I have a tough time.
If it wasn't best ball, I would never understand the justification for Scadaboo. But when you look at his game log last year on the games when he was hitting, you need to. It's kind of similar to Jamison Williams. Like there's a lot of risk with JMO. Sometimes he can give you 1 or 2 catches in random games and not hit your lineup. But when he does crush, the upside that came with Jamison Williams and Scadaboo last year is what merits him in best ball. Like that, you can't really replicate a 30-point player that often. So even with the risk, I understood the argument, but it was not a click I was making very often.
It's just the injury scares me, man. And he wasn't like super explosive or athletic as it is. So yeah, even Who Hames is pretty out on Scatabo now.
Bummer, Hames. I
But
feel for you. Emmett Johnson, Scadaboo now. Bummer, man. At least you got Omar Cooper rising up the board with your shares, but bummer.
yeah, getting unique definitely matters in this. And I think like sometimes when you try it, it doesn't work out so well. But I think on this team, we have quite a unique build. And Travion Henderson falling to the 5th, like, is not too out of the box, but it's not too often he falls to like 58, 59, where Cook normally goes.
Yeah, I especially in the 5th. Love Travion.
And some
Travion
divisional correlation.
are really nice. What'd you say?
Some divisional correlation too with the Patriots and Bills.
And when he hits, he can give you a house call for 30 points on the week.
Oh man.
He's
Give
another.
us Makai Lemon here. Give us the lemon, please. I am smashing Makai Lemon right here. Pause. But
When
come
life
on.
gives you lemons.
Yeah, dude, smash him up. No
But
Diddy.
I imagine Honesto to take him.
These no Badgers, man. They might not know the rookies.
That's a fair point.
Oh,
Let's
come
do it.
on now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a team that fucks so far.
We're
As far as
encouraged.
uniqueness and everything, like that feels really solid.
Learning from our last draft, though, where we took a 5th wide receiver in the 7th round, I think that's probably not my preference to do again. Is all.
No, I don't think so. And yeah, oh my. We like this, man.
What's
We
funny
like
about
this.
you calling him Lemon is the fact that here in Southern California, there's like this car dealership that runs ads on the radio all the time, and like their whole jingle is about like where you won't get a lemon. It's in Orange County, and so whenever you say that, it triggers this where a lemon is a bad thing.
We're not getting a lemon. We're getting the lemon.
The lemon. We're getting
Yes.
the lemon. Yes.
And the reason we're getting a unique team with multiple fallers is because FK Coolers is not in here. He likes taking our guys. I gotta acknowledge something real quick. Yacht party after you win Best Ball Mania. I got you. Yeah, hold me to it, Jonathan. We're making that happen. I literally made a list the other night where I wrote down the people who said they wanted an invite, and those people are in.
Count me in, bro.
Jerry J, what's up, my dog? Why does everyone try and sell tools but never use any? Just a bunch of random thoughts. Me personally, I'm not a fan of the tools. I tried it once with what's his name? Let's think about our pick here too. Was it Best Ball Overlay, I think it was called. But dude, I didn't like it. Like it just made me overthink things personally.
We don't really have a stacking option. I think we just take someone with rushing value. So either Herbert or Dart speaks to me. But if you want a running back, that's not bad.
I think we still have a lot of quarterbacks available, and honestly,
yeah,
I'm fine
right.
pulling up Demo right here.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Especially because Travion Henderson might not have the best floor. Kind of like a ceiling play, almost contingent play. And David Montgomery, he's going to end up going higher than 77. So getting him in the 7th round, I am more than fine with that.
Yeah, round 7 feels appropriate, especially when the long turn is coming around because you know he won't be there. But I just do want to – I mentioned this in our stream 2 hours ago. Just keep in mind, we are drafting in a tournament that opened with him at 105, and many teams with him are later. So,
you trying to get in on this, Who Hames?
If he wants to join, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we do have a good draft going, man. Feature RV, hell yeah, dude. I like our running back room quite a lot.
Yeah, we're in a very interesting territory here.
You know what, man? Speaking of David Montgomery's like value and stuff, I think that does not matter at all on this team because our team is extremely unique. So regardless, you're not going to have a combination of these 6 rounds with David Montgomery, no matter what. So getting him 2 rounds higher than he was going before, I really don't think it matters. Plus, this contest is just like 50% full right now. So there's still half the teams going.
That's a fair point. Yeah. Very fair.
Oh, yacht party? Yeah, dude. Who Hames, you're invited to the yacht party. Anyone that I've streamed with as well is invited to the yacht party. 100%.
We got a team that can take it down, honestly.
Hell yeah, dude.
But I guess we would need BBM to warrant buying a yacht.
Yeah, I think when I win this contest, 200K, I think you guys are gonna have to buy your own tickets. I might host like a nice mansion party or something, but you guys might have to buy your own flights. But BBM, I'll cover that. You know,
that's fair. That's fair. You still have to pay taxes on this as well. So
I wonder how that is in Canada because gambling winnings in Canada, you don't have to pay taxes, but this is an American site.
You don't?
On gambling winnings in Canada, you don't have to pay taxes.
I might move to Canada. Fuck.
But I'm not sure on Underdog because it's an American site. So
I live in California, so whatever it is,
California
sure
taxes,
worst tax situation possible.
I think Laporte is a pretty good pick here.
Are we just going to pass on QB if Mahomes is there?
We could go Mahomes for the chance that they take Lemon.
I think that's honestly not bad at all. And like, I know there's a team at pick 1 that doesn't have a quarterback yet, and I just don't want to get completely boxed out on quarterback.
Yeah, you know, getting a QB1 is more important than a tight end 1 anyways. Tight ends are a little more replaceable. We have Shuck later. We have Stroud later if we want those guys. But, you know, there's a chance that Mekhi Lemon goes to Kansas City. So we could just fall into a stack right there.
Ideally, I was going to say we're taking Goff, but a little fall on yeah, damn. That's a big incentive to move to Canada.
A floaty party? Yeah, dude. If we win this contest, when we win this contest, we're gonna get some floaties. We'll tie them together. We'll go to a nice river and just stroll our way down, floating down the river. You know,
we can go to Raging Waters and just chill in the lazy river. Just rent out all of Raging Waters, And
That might be all 200K, man. Damn. Realistically. Oh, Jared Goff got taken here.
Yeah.
This guy man, Gibbs seems like he's the 101 now.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I've seen that more often than Bijan now.
One pick difference. It makes a lot of sense.
I think if Laporte is there, we still just take him.
I agree.
Which these guys both have tight ends, Brock Bowers and Harold Fannin. So that would be a very good call on Mahomes there.
Guys, you see the board real fast?
Yeah. This board?
Yeah. Okay. We might get boxed out of quarterback, but I think we'll get shucked back around. Go Laporta. I mean,
yeah, like QJ's falling a lot, but I know you like Quentin Johnston and his value. I have not clicked him a lot. I think he's pretty expensive.
I've clicked him a lot, but I'm starting in like the last week to really convince myself he is a major trade candidate that might be leaving. And if he's not with the Chargers because their receiver room is just so weak other than him, then he loses a lot of value.
Oh, man. Everyone wants to be Canadian now.
Well, you're not the country going to war, bro.
Oh, boy, dude. Like, Canada has too many bitches to go to war. Honestly.
Well, my mom is French, so if there's one country that falls in that category, I know what that's about. But
apparently, though, like Canada historically, as far as wars go, has been like pretty hard fighters. But now, I don't know, man. It's a different generation.
Well, your truckers really showed up a few years ago for taking a stance. But
well, I think it's like the cold climates in Canada, they stick together a lot more because you kind of have to survive. But in Vancouver, man, a lot of people are pretty selfish into themselves. You get like a lot of like real nice people, kind people, of course, but in like a bigger city and kind of like more expensive city, you get a lot of like poshy type people.
I could see that. I obviously don't want to speak for everyone, but I interned at a production company when I was in college. Small company, independent studio ran by two Canadian guys. One of them was amazing. The other one was one of like the biggest dickheads I've ever worked for. Like I thought he might be on the spectrum or something because he had just bad personal skills, but he was a dick. Anyways, just
yeah, you can get some of that for sure. You also have a lot of foreign money here, which
interesting. What's our options?
Loses some culture. I think this is a no-brainer pick.
Watch us get sniped.
We would take Wandale then probably, or the Cokehead.
Or Cokehead.
Like since yeah, of course you had to call it, man. You had to open your mouth.
I knew it was gonna happen, man. Like,
yeah, I think we go with the Cokehead.
I'm down.
Opens up another quarterback option as well. I'm glad we took Mahomes now for sure.
Yeah, we would have gotten boxed out of QB. And Mahomes, when he was healthy, was the QB1 for like 9-11 weeks.
Well, we're gonna snipe this guy on fucking T-Mac. Kind of sucks to have to reach up for Bryce Young at 125, but with Mahomes potentially even missing the start of the year, I think we have to take him with our next pick.
I'd be willing to push for Stroud. I know we said we don't like it, but I'd be willing to push for Stroud.
I think Stroud has a better chance of falling to 140 than Bryce Young does personally.
Yeah, we have Nico.
Take a look right here.
I don't see anyone sniping us on Stroud.
Yeah, Stroud's on 137, Bryce Young 141. We could just push all together, but then who are we really looking at here that's that enticing? Like, is anyone really like Malik Willis probably has the most upside. Sam Darnold, you can get good back stacks with. Honestly, I actually might prefer Sam Darnold just here over
there's some really good
Bryce Young. There goes Willis. I think we go one of these two guys with our next pick. I don't love it, but I feel like we're a little desperate, especially when we have Mahomes, who might not be completely healthy to start the year.
We'll see what this
Kyler goes as well. And Mendoza.
Give me Darnold.
Yeah, in a nutshell, in a vacuum, I like Darnold a lot more. Plus, a ton of back stacks available. A ton.
Yeah, so many. A much better defense, but Bryce Young he might have 1 or 2 spike weeks because randomly he throws 4 touchdowns, but without a rushing touchdown, Bryce Young is just never cracking 16 points.
Damn, Who Hames got Stroud at like 170 on DK. Yeah, dude, DK streets are wild.
If they don't open another tournament on Underdog, I might be making a slight pivot to DK on the streams because I'm starting to get to the point in the big board where I'm not sure if investing another 10 more teams plus is going to be worth the ROI.
Yeah, like I don't know. In DraftKings, man, I feel like if you're maxing out the tournament, I feel like it's good to do, or getting like high volume. If you're doing just a few teams, I'd rather just stick to Underdog personally, because like the streets are wild over there, man. And even when you think you have a super team, there's teams that are just better. Plus, I think the rake is a lot higher over there too.
Yeah, that's a good point. Knowing that like the variance is higher, you could have a 99.9% percentile team on Underdog, and on there it might just be like 97%.
Yeah, Stroud Schultz at the turn. That's funny. Yeah, I wonder, like, because this run game with David Montgomery now. Oh, I totally forgot. We have Nico and Montgomery on the same team. That feels good too. Just get some Houston correlation.
I totally forgot about that.
Didn't even realize that, but yeah, that feels good. I like that actually. CJ Stroud does go. Does this guy have any stacks? No, but I guess he was just desperate for another quarterback. Hopefully Bryce Young comes back to us. That would feel good. And we're 1 pick away, so. And he does. Okay. I'm glad we didn't reach up for him. I think we just take this now and be done with our 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because, yeah, Mahomes, possible injury risk, and then Darnold, Bryce Young, really not the best quarterbacks, but take what the board gives us. And you see what I mean about Tyrone Tracy falling?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've just seen him fall more and more. Same thing with Woody Marks. I wouldn't even hate taking Woody Marks with our next pick.
I wouldn't hate grabbing Emmett Johnson, honestly. I still am a believer in him. I know his combine wasn't great, but in terms of upside, landing spot, and like talent, I still think Emmett Johnson at 150 is not.
Me personally, I kind of want to wait a little more because I think he's just going to fall even to like the 160s, and I have like 20% of him right now. I've been drafting a lot of him recently, so if Rachaad White's there, I would take Rachaad White. I wouldn't hate Woody Marks, but I have a lot of him.
How do you feel about Kelsey here?
I think it's early. I think we could get him in the next round.
I see him usually go a little higher. I doubt he will circle back, honestly.
With the we also have a naked Darnold, so we could be looking at like AJ Barner as another tight end too. And just tight end options later, I think are a little better than running back options. Oh wow, Kelsey goes right before too.
I told you both of them went. So Emmett Johnson is my preference.
Oh man,
also interested in Downs or Juwan Johnson, but Emmett Johnson I think is my preference because our running back room isn't the most deep.
I'll go with you on it. Oh, I almost did an audible for Tracy right there, but we'll get a running back. We'll get naked Emmett Johnson. Pick 149. I just think he goes a little further.
In my mind, it was just who's not going to make it back, and he was definitely my preference in that group. But I would have been fine with Tyrone Tracy if you clicked him.
That's fine. Maybe I'm bagged depending on what he marks, but like in the 150s, I think it's a pretty good click. Like I can still see him getting 10 touches a game. I can see him being their third down back, maybe just falling into a little more pass catcher exclusive role and running the ball like 5 to 8 times a game, which at this price, like, was it that different than where we were drafting Rachaad White last year?
Not really. My hesitation with Woody, especially now that David's there, he was ass on the goal line. Their O-line is still shit. And
yeah, you're right about that. I am bag defending a little bit.
He was not a click I was making. I did not really believe he was going to maintain the RB1 status, but I do think in this range he's perfectly fine. But I just don't trust touchdown production there. I think he's a bit more injury contingent than anything else. But Montgomery's old. Montgomery's almost what? He just turned 29. Didn't we say?
Yeah, and I think this was on your stream. I asked you this question, but maybe we can ask it on my stream too. But J.K. Dobbins and David Montgomery, which running back feels older? Like Dobbins is like 26, Montgomery's like 29, but Dobbins feels older, in my opinion, just with all the injuries. And Montgomery, like, he got underutilized the last year. He's pretty fresh for a 29-year-old.
Damn, Tajay goes. I like Tajay, but I'd be down for Omar Cooper Jr. if he's there. AJ
Oh,
Barner.
yeah. Let's take Omar first. I'm cool with Omar first, for sure. And then pushing tight end.
Yeah, with
Could
Laporta,
just be a first-round pick now.
Yeah, with Laporta, we can afford to push tight end for a minute.
Yeah, and we still have other stacking options available with Sam Darnold.
My boy
at
Torrey
receiver
Horton.
later in the draft.
If Pat Bryant also circles back, that's tempting, but I think AJ Barner would make more sense.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this team. I think Aaron Jones wouldn't be horrendous on this team.
I wouldn't.
Sean Tucker's an option. I think Sean Tucker just gets replaced though.
I know. He feels like he's kind of like Trey Tucker, where he's going to go off at least once or twice. He's going to go off, and one of those games is going to be massive. But in general, he's not going to do that much else consistently. So I don't take him like crazy, but I don't ignore him entirely either. But I think I'm underweight.
Yeah. Are we doing another draft? Man, I was planning on doing just one because I did two on Nice and Blunt's stream. Nice and Blunt has to go after this, but I think I might just rip a solo one after. Like, I'm having fun drafting, so yeah, I'll stick around, do another draft. This one's going fairly quick too.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one is kind of speeding through, but what's your thoughts on Tyreek Hill? He's falling quite a bit, but I feel like he's gonna keep falling.
I have 0%.
I have maybe like 5%, but
I don't know if he plays again.
I regret all of it.
Like, there is the chance that he goes back to Kansas City, but like, I might take him in the 200s, but here it feels expensive. Do you want Aaron Jones or Theo Johnson?
I'm gonna lobby for Aaron Jones.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I think we can get tight ends later,
yeah.
And he could just end up in a good landing spot. Like, it's either boom bust for Aaron Jones, but at pick 173, it doesn't feel bad. Someone who can get goal line carries, he catches passes really well, and he's a trusted veteran.
From a talent standpoint, I think he's the best option on the board remaining. But obviously, injury risk and the variables of where he's going to go.
Who Hames likes Tyreek over Tesla? See, I am a big Lions fan. I draft a ton of Lions, but I have not drafted a lot of Isaac Tesla. I think he's getting expensive for just just his available targets, really. Like, he's like the fifth option at best on that team, and for a real life perspective, I think he's a great player and really great on the Lions, because I'm sure he's going to improve as a blocker. He's a huge red zone threat, but if you get 2 catches for 12 yards and a touchdown, like, that's not doing anything for best ball.
I mean, you'd be surprised what a 11-point game can help you with randomly, just to advance every now and then. But I feel like when you look at his, like, compared to his peers, what is he? Wide receiver 79 off the board? Like, for someone that gets you touchdowns at a high rate in terms of his targets, I don't hate it at all. But I would much rather lobby for Torrey Horton if he's still on the board, or Tank Bigsby.
I'm one of these two guys right here.
My preference is Bigsby, but I love Robinson as well, especially knowing that the Lions need a backup running back now. I think Robinson's even maybe more compelling, but either of them makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, he very well could just be a Lion
with that pick. Schultz is not bad from a floor standpoint. I don't.
Yeah, I feel like we need a running back a little more, and then we can. He just went to, And
Okay.
we can stop at 6 running backs.
Yeah, the
Pretty
cliff.
comfortable with that.
We're approaching the cliff, so to be done, I'm gonna say Tank Bigsby.
Okay, I'm cool with it.
Let's go. All right, so we are pretty much exclusively wide receiver, tight end the rest of the way. Sounds like.
Yes, and I don't know if anyone's in here at the turn. Did Torrey Horton go already? Yeah, he
So,
did.
yeah.
That's okay. If we have an unstacked Darnold, like, who cares?
Maybe we take Cooper Kupp.
Maybe even Emmett Johnson goes to Seattle.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, we could take a Cooper Kupp on this team. I don't
Yeah,
think
we'll
I'd
wait
feel
till the last
horrendous
No need to force
in
it.
like round 20. That's definitely an option. I think we're looking at tight end with our next pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of these 3 guys.
Same. My preference is Parkinson, but I do like Helm as well.
Yeah, I like Parkinson the most here. Gunnar Helm is a good upside option. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets replaced or they bring in another tight end just because they have so much money.
Uh-huh.
But Colby Parkinson, like on a great offense, he has a big cap hit, I know, but shoot, man, 8 touchdowns. Tyler Higbee, I don't think is going to be on the team next year. And he could just be like one of their best red zone people. And if anything happens to Devontae Adams, like Colby Parkinson in the red zone feels good. And he was great towards the second half of the year.
Yeah, he feels like a really good safety net. Even if they think his contract's too big, it would just be restructured. I don't think they're going to let him go.
I do think Tesla's role is going to grow this year, but I just have a tough time taking too much of him. With the guys that go around him, I just think a lot of them are better clicks. And yet, I just don't know if Tyreek Hill plays, man. And yeah, it's just a little tough. He's just a guy who relies on like speed more than anything.
And that injury is
quickness,
his speed.
And yeah, it's a tougher click for me. And hey, like my takes, I'm drafting all throughout the summer. And if he does end up in a good spot, get some positive reports and like training camp buzz, then I'll take him in the summer tournaments. I have no problem with that. Like, I don't mind fading him in one specific tournament and then just getting exposure in a completely different one where the ADPs reset essentially. So just get my bags that way and get my exposures then. And instead of thinking about balancing my exposures just in one tournament and I have to get this much of this guy, this much of this guy, kind of think of it a little more long-term and balancing my exposures throughout the off season.
Yeah, he could also still dramatically fall if he's like late to sign for agency. Like if we get to mid-April and he's still not with anyone, like watch him plummet even further.
Yeah, like Keenan Allen signed really late, I know, but he wasn't injured like Tyreek is.
Right.
The same thing with Tyreek though, like I'm pretty sure he had an injured wrist like last year or the year before, but man, he was dropping a lot of passes too. Like seems like he had some concentration issues and I just don't like that much.
He was also, before this last season where he got hurt, his previous full year in Miami, he barely averaged over 10 points per game. Like obviously we're trying to get spike weeks, so you can disregard that, but he was not the same guy that we remember just 2 years ago.
Yeah, and like FK Coolers as an example with Scatabo, I completely agree with you, man. Like best case scenario for Scatabo, like how much more expensive can he really get?
Right.
Like I think he's already getting drafted like as expensive as it is, and we're already seeing him fall quite a bit. So he's just going to be cheaper in the summer. And if he's in like the same situation, the Giants don't add a running back, then I'll just get my shares there. Like I'm completely fine fading certain players in tournaments, especially this early one when it's March, guys. Like these drafts are being settled 10 months from now. Like 300 days from now is when these drafts are getting settled. We don't know shit. And I think we just draft Gunnar Helm right here.
I'm fine with that. Let me look at receiver.
Oh, sorry, I clicked him.
It's fine. I
think he was kind of like the last real tight end. Like you have Tongas, Fryermuth, Chig. I think Gunnar Helm has the most upside. And when we get two veterans like Laporta and Colby Parkinson, get in a third like Gunnar Helm, who's going into his second year. I'm pretty sure he came into his rookie season a little injured, anyways. So coming on in the second half, kind of taking Chig's job, I think that's not bad. And
Okonkwo leaves 79 open targets if he leaves.
wow, that's a lot. And I'm sure they definitely add receiver too, who are going to take some of those targets. But like I've said this a lot before, but tight end is the hardest position, I think, for rookies, aside from maybe quarterback, because you have to learn the blocking schemes and you have to learn the receiving schemes. And you're coming from college into an NFL pro style offense. That's a lot to digest, especially when you're coming back from injury too, and your practice reps are going to be limited. So that's a pretty good upside case for Gunnar Helm.
We were also debating between him and Parkinson with the previous pick. So for him to still be on the board, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I think that feels really nice. And I'm pretty happy taking Cooper Kupp with our next pick. As our wide receiver 7, getting a little floor and a stack with Sam Darnold. I don't have a ton of Cooper Kupp, so
I would lobby for Ted Hurst if we're not
I
going to.
think there's a good chance that we get him back in the 20th round.
I've been seeing him go a little bit more often, and I want to pivot to someone else for round 20. So my argument is Ted Hurst, but do what you want. I'm good either way.
I think I'm gonna make the executive decision for Cooper Kupp right here.
You got it.
We have two rookies already in Mekhi Lemon and Omar Cooper, and I don't necessarily like getting too many rookie receivers. Like Nico and Chris Olave, they're good first two receivers, but they also have pretty high downside too, and they're not necessarily the most consistent guys with injury risk as well. So if something happens to these guys and we're depending on our other 6, leaning on 3 rookies doesn't necessarily feel the greatest.
That's a good point. One thing that has held me back with Nico in the past is that he consistently misses about 4 games per season. Last year was the outlier; he stayed healthy, but in general, you can project 4 missed games from Nico Collins every year on average.
I'm pretty sure Nico was injured last year. He got some concussions, didn't he?
He missed a little time, but not as much as he has in the past. Is all.
Yeah. I faded Nico last year for the most part. I had some exposure, but he was going above Amon-Ra St. Brown for a lot of the contest, and I was taking St. Brown above him very easily. The same thing with Brian Thomas. I think I had like 2% Brian Thomas in Best Ball Mania last year. I got my exposure in like the puppy contest and like the $3 drafts of Brian Thomas because I didn't want to fully fade him. But man, I had a hard time spending $25 on Nico Collins or Brian Thomas last year.
I took a lot of Brian Thomas. The year before that, though, when Nico was more of a 3rd round pick, I was taking him like crazy when he went off. He was like my wide receiver, I think 11 entering the year, and he's being drafted as like number 17 or 16, if I'm not mistaken. And that worked out pretty well for me in my redraft leagues. Led to a championship in one of them.
Yeah, it could definitely just be Nico's year for sure. And I think the run game is only going to help him.
He's got that unguardable quality.
Load the box a little more.
Not many players have. When he takes over a game, he can give you 16 targets, 13 catches for 175 and 2 touchdowns. We could go Ted Hurst, but my argument is for Jalen Royals of the Chiefs.
Oh,
he's under contract. It's at least someone, but that's gonna be my. But trust your gut, man. Trust your gut.
I think on a 9 receiver team, I can go for guys like Jalen Royals. I kind of feel the same about Jalen Royals as I do about like.
I'd rather take Hurst than Naylor though. But you said about rookies. So we're good.
I've kind of had like a bit of a hard on for Naylor recently. Like no Diddy, but just with big pause. But just with free agency coming up, man, like my gut says Naylor's gonna get a decent contract and just be a guy.
They do like him. He has good upside potential, and if the rumors are true, he's getting paid well. But is he a full free agent?
That's what I've heard.
Let me verify.
Maybe just because he was so good against the Lions last year, like he just kicked our ass all the time.
He is
But
restricted free agent.
yo, Wilson, Naylor, you barely know her. Hey, it wouldn't be the first time. Sometimes you got to be a little impulsive. Okay,
Yeah,
it can be fun. All
he's
right.
in the same vein as the Chargers kicker Cameron Dicker. Dicker? I hardly know him. All right, let's take a look at.
Yeah, I know who Hames is in on Royals this year, but I don't know. Guys like that to me feel better on a 9 receiver team personally.
I get you.
Like,
You're also like averse to rookies, and he might as well just be a rookie.
yeah, I just think the Chiefs draft a receiver as well. Like, I think there's a good chance they get Mekhi Lemon. If Tate goes before, who knows? Like, he's, I guess, kind of in that Rice role. So I'm sure they would prefer Tate over Lemon, but I don't think it's off the table.
If I'm also like not going to go Royals in round 20 and try to make a bet that somebody is stackable with Mahomes, I thought the chemistry between him and Dante Thornton. No, there was a. I'm totally blanking on his name. He used to play for the Patriots. Um, damn. Chiefs stats 2025. Um, his name starts with a D, and now of course I can't fucking remember. But Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton.
Yeah, Tyquan Thornton's a free agent. I saw that.
But I can see him coming back. I could easily like who the fuck else is going to trust Tyquan Thornton as much as the Chiefs with the production they had last year? Like they had good chemistry, is what I'm saying. And obviously we don't know today, but I don't hate taking the swing. But I think taking Naylor definitely a more coveted option in free agency.
I just, at this point in the year, I'm always trying to get ADP value more than anything. And I just feel like Naylor's going to rise, like maybe to like the 150s or something like that. And could definitely be like a Joshua Palmer type thing where, shoot, man, would you be surprised if he gets like a 3-year, $25 million contract or something like that, or $20 million? Like,
I don't think
I wouldn't.
Like that's just how they overpay the position these days.
Yeah, and a guy that showed promise, like he was on the Vikings who didn't have the best passing game, and he still contributed and he stepped in pretty well for Addison when he was having his issues
Mm-hmm.
and had some clutch cashes against the Lions. So maybe I just think he's good from that. But he's just a guy that I've been feeling good about lately, mixing in the 20th round.
He's not bad. I'm 100% fine with it. I'm not going to push back on that too
Yeah,
much.
so let's take a look at our final team. We have Patrick Mahomes, Sam Darnold, Bryce Young. Not the best quarterback room, but they can get points. At running back, we have James Cook, Travion Henderson, David Montgomery, Emmett Johnson, Aaron Jones, and Tank Bigsby. So an interesting thing about getting Emmett Johnson as well is we get him very discounted, and we reached up for David Montgomery. So that's a unique combination in itself right there. Getting cheaper Emmett Johnson and more expensive Montgomery, it kind of cancels it out, and I think disregards some of the earlier drafts that have those players this year.
Right.
Aaron Jones, Tank Bigsby to end it off. 2 solid late round guys. Nico Collins, Chris Olave, Jamison Williams, Mekhi Lemon, Jalen Coker, Omar Cooper, Cooper Kupp, and Jalen Naylor as our receivers. I think that's really solid and extremely unique too.
Yeah, man. We have a very, very unique combination. And then Laporta is our tight end 1.
Yeah, Laporta, great value. Colby Parkinson and Gunnar Helm, I really like late. So I think we drafted our tight ends at the right time as well.
Yeah, our quarterback room is a little odd. Like it would have been awesome if we got Goff on this team, but I'm not going to complain. As long as Mahomes is good by like week 3 or 4, I think we're in business.
Yeah. Quarterback's also the most replaceable points, right? Like a lot of those guys finish close to each other. Like if someone gets 22 points and someone gets 18, like it's not that big of a difference.
In general, the position gets really flat once you hit like QB5 to 18. They're not that much different from each other, but we just need that big spike in the playoffs that matters most. And Mahomes will be healthy for that, so 100% like it.
Yeah. And yeah, good point, Who Hames. Tutu got 10 mil last year, like a 1-year deal, but like fucking $10 million for Tutu Atwell, who's done barely anything.
Mhm.
Like,
It's like the
yeah. And the
Giants.
cap went up like 20 mil again this year. So people need receivers, and I feel like Jalen Nailor is going to get overpaid.
It's like what happened with the Giants and Saquon. They can't afford to pay Saquon 13 mil, but they can give Darius Slayton 3 years, 36 million. Like, what the fuck? It makes no sense. It's total bullshit.
Yeah, man. And we'll have to get this correlation for sure. Nailor booty. Yeah, dude. We can definitely do that. Dame in the 12 spot had an interesting draft. I'll definitely have to check him out. You would know, you were drafting next to him. So teams are also required to be within 10% of the max cap. Oh yeah. So I mean, hey, like, what if Jalen Nailor just goes to the Titans or something and gets like $12 million a year? Like, is that surprising? It's not to me.
Maybe he goes to the Seahawks and we get the Darnold stack.
Yeah, that's a good point. Or goes to the Chiefs or something. Like, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Let's hope
Like
for the best.
Eagles are definitely a team. Let's take a look at 12 real quick. Gene T, Jeremiah Love. So unique combination there. Something I've done before. Lad McConkey, Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Cam Scatabo going at 61 is different from where he was going in the rest of his drafts.
Mhm.
Trevor Lawrence, decent value. Did you have any stacks? No, not yet. Kyle Pitts, I don't mind. Juwan Jennings, Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, Debo Samuel. It's a lot of receivers early, but I guess you're leaning into Gene T, Jeremiah Love for sure. Mark Andrews, Hunter Henry. I don't really like these two tight ends that much. DK, Tyquan Thornton. Wait, did
Yeah,
he only get 3 running backs?
Scatabo. Thank you for your donation, my friend.
Yeah, that's what we say. This is when we say thanks fucking Tua. Thank you for your donation. And Brooklyn Bum, thank you for pointing that out. Omopaya, I've seen this name before, so maybe he's watching. I've definitely drafted with this guy before. If you're watching, my friend, 1, thank you for your donation. 2, please draft a little better for your own sake.
Well, if anything, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell, and hop into every single draft.
Subscribe. Check out Nice and Blunt's channel. He gets some good drafts too, but wow, 5 tight ends as well.
Yeah, when you really look at it scrolling down, it's just egregious.
Holy. Yeah, dog. You can do better, man. You have a red badge. Like, don't judge a drafter by his badge, everyone.
No, the badge, all it means is this person is addicted. That's all it means.
Oh yeah, but I think I've also heard like you can get a badge from doing pick'ems. So
yeah, but
maybe some of these are just like pick'em bros who hop in like a few drafts.
I think you need to make a big profit on the pick'ems if I'm correct, but maybe I don't know for sure. Anyways, had a blast, man. I really appreciate you joining me earlier on, and this was very fun. And
hell yeah, dude.
Soon.
Yeah, dude. Thank you very much. I'm gonna hop in a draft real quick, and then I'll make the. Oh man, it's full. I should have done this and then hopped in. But hey, thank you, Nice and Blunt. If anyone's unfamiliar with him, check him out. We just did 2 drafts together over on his channel. So if you want to check those out after this, go ahead, man. And yeah, we'll have to draft again sometime.
I'm just gonna drop my my channel link in the
absolutely
chat here, and then I will head on over. My girlfriend definitely does not want me to do another draft and be late to dinner.
Scadabo's actually QB2 on that team. Fucking pretty much, dude, on one leg.
All right.
Man.
Appreciate everyone for joining us. And yeah, I'll see you again, man.
Appreciate you. And I'll put that on the screen for everyone too.
Yeah. I'll add you to the name of our drafts, and our Brian Thomas Parker Washington bet is in the books.
Yeah, so I'll explain that afterwards when you get out of here.
All right, man.
All right, take care. Yeah, so what he was talking about there, you guys know I'm big on Parker Washington, and I've been trying to find someone to take the straight up bet with me that Parker Washington outscores Brian Thomas. So Nice and Blunt and I, we made that bet. And yeah, I'm on team Parker Washington. He's on team Brian Thomas. We have a couple contingencies. One, Brian Thomas has to remain on the Jaguars, and both players have to play at least 10 games. And the stakes are they're inspired by PPR Tyler and Off the Schneid. If you guys missed that, they did a bet on Canada versus USA hockey, where the loser paid for a bigger board, one of the $100 drafts, and then drafted it together and split the EV on it. So we did that same thing going into next year. So we already got content planned for next year, guys. So stay tuned for sure. And yeah, guys, let me know if you're in the stream. This is my 4th draft in a row right now. So I'm all warmed up. And sometimes that's good. Sometimes it just makes me do some wild shit. So we'll see how this turns out. Welcome, Wilson, in at 12. Fantasy Dog is in at 9. Oh, you know the answer to this, man. Yeah, Team USA won. I don't really care too much because I'm a football guy, man. I don't care too much about hockey, even though it's big in Canada and a lot of Canadians are really upset about it. But to me, like, whatever. Brooklyn Bums in here. Napball, what's up, man? Neil, Jonathan, Fantasy Dog, Wilson. Got a lot of you guys in here. If I missed anyone, let me know. Jump in the chat. And yeah, I might just, man, another draft, Gibbs 101. So this is good for my Gibbs bags, at least. I have 13% Jahmyr Gibbs and like 5 or 6% Bijan. And I've been taking Bijan at the 1. I think there was one draft I did where I took Gibbs at the 101 because I just love some Jahmyr Gibbs and I felt like it that day. But I've just gotten him at pick 3 sometimes, pick 4 sometimes, and I've been taking him above Puka and Chase in these 20-round tournaments where later running backs don't feel as great. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that Gibbs exposure for sure. And maybe we're a little overdue for the 101, so we can just double down on that even more. I'm definitely taking Gibbs at pick 1. I'm happy with it. So we're at pick 10 right here. Let's see what we go with. I wouldn't mind just going James Cook again and building a different team with James Cook. Sometimes I like doing that when I get oh, and he goes right there. I don't have a ton of CeeDee Lamb. I'm interested in taking Achane because I don't have a ton of Achane either. But let's go CeeDee Lamb here at 10. Doesn't fall there too often. So do you see Liam put Chase at 101? I did not, but honestly, I don't hate it. Like, especially for Best Ball Mania, I don't hate that because receivers are very important. Even if those were my rankings, I don't think I would be taking Chase at 101 because then you're probably taking him with any of your first 3 or 4 picks and not getting any Gibbs or any Bijan, which I don't think is a great move. So I really don't blame him though. Plus, if Burrow's healthy for a whole year, like it's pretty good. And okay, I'm gonna take Achane here. CeeDee Lamb, Devon Achane, not the most common start. And I was thinking about taking Achane at 10. So the fact that we get both of them, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't want to be completely out on Achane, but I don't necessarily want to be overexposed either. He is on the Dolphins, and I think the best range of outcomes for him is that he gets moved at the trade deadline. So I'm cool with that. Hey, Game Tight, welcome, my friend. First time subscriber. Appreciate the content. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. We just hit 100 subscribers last week. We're on the road to 200 now, and we did 100 pull-ups in a big board. 400 subscribers. We did 5 pull-ups each round, and man, we get 200 subscribers before the draft. I'm gonna run that back. I'm gonna double down and get 200. So, yeah, welcome, man. Tune into the streams, catch the replays. Appreciate you, and don't be afraid to be active in the chat, man. We have some good times here in the chat. Levernucky, what's up, my friend? Not Laverne. All right, I'm gonna drop that now. But Chase is my 101, but there's no shot I'm fading Bijan, Gibbs, or Puka. Yeah. Like it is tough, man. Like any of these top 4, I think are just home run hits. And I don't want to be fading any of them. Puka Chase, I really want even exposure to. I don't necessarily have a preference. Both of them can get like 40-point games. I will say, though, I think Chase has more touchdown upside. Puka really showed touchdowns last year, but historically hasn't had the best touchdown history. Especially with Devontae Adams, Colby Parkinson are going to be getting a lot of those touchdowns, but he can break any play for, 80 yards and a touchdown. And he gets rush attempts too, which is always nice. But T. Higgins usually ends up getting more touchdowns than Jamar Chase as well. So you could argue that too. But shoot, man, he can just get, 14 catches for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. So both of them, I don't think you can really go wrong. With health, of course. Health is always important. People keep acting like Chase at 101 is crazy. I've seen when he has consensus 101 finished at the top and has been on the winning team. Yeah, dude, I don't think it's crazy at all. Like, not at all. Not at all. And I'm with Who Hames. I just want the running back due to the scarcity down the board. That's why I'm saying, like, I think Chase and Puka are going to be better at pick 1, pick 2 in the summer drafts, just because we know the landing spots of the rookies. We know how free agency is going to play out. So I'm a lot more comfortable with more knowledge on the later round picks and then leaning wide receiver early and just trying to make my bet and call my shots with the late round running backs. But like in this bigger board, we see running backs go so quick, and just it's hard to build a really good team and a really balanced running back room when we don't know all the landing spots yet. It makes it tough. And speaking of tough, this next pick is tough. Who do I want to lean into? I'm going to be a little different. I'm going to get Loveland. I don't draft a ton of Colson Loveland, and I kind of just feel like getting a little different on this team because I don't want to be fading Colson Loveland. He can easily just finish as the tight end 1. And yeah, I always draft like the same receivers here, and receiver feels good at the end of the 5th and start of the 6th. You can usually get some decent guys to fall to you. There's also like great tight ends down the board, but I don't want all my drafts to be the same. So I'll get some Colson Loveland right there. Why not? Wilson, you passed on JMO for you. I did take JMO at the last draft, at least. I can't be too biased. Shoot, man, there's even a chance that Colson Loveland just straight up outscores JMO. Like, that's not impossible. I'm going to be realistic too, but I love me some JMO. It also opens up another quarterback stack opportunity because we're not guaranteed to get Dak Prescott with the George Pickens drafter here. A lot of the times, Dak will go here at pick like 75 even. So I don't have a lot of Caleb Williams. He was my most drafted quarterback last year. I love the value of Caleb Williams, but this year, man, like it's tough taking him above guys like Burrow and Jaden Daniels and even Jalen Hurts with the rushing upside. But Caleb, going into his 3rd year, another year with Ben Johnson, has good rushing ability, but he is more of a scrambler, not a designed rusher. But yeah, it could be a look for us in the 6th round, depending on who's there, though. I'm not going to force it. But yeah, I love me some JMO, man. I probably have like 20% Jameson Williams, and I'm totally fine with that. The teams at 1 and 2 both started 3 running backs. That's interesting. I like Brooklyn Bum start more. Wow, he had Garrett Wilson fall to him. Dude, Brooklyn Bum, great start, man. Bijan, Chase Brown, Jacobs, and then Garrett Wilson. Hell yeah, dude. You are excited about that, my friend. Luther Burden, not my favorite click right now. You do get him past ADP. Jaden Daniels to pair up with Lamar. That's interesting. Hope this guy stops at two quarterbacks for his sake, but for our sake, I hope he donates and gets a third. He has 0 running backs, so that's interesting. This team as well, Jonathan here has 0 running backs too. So interesting to see how those teams are going to play out. But getting an alpha receiver like Garrett Wilson over like a fourth running back who was literally a backup for his team, that feels great. And the structure feels really nice there. So well done, Brooklyn Bum. Luther Burden could definitely just be a stud as well. And I do expect DJ Moore to be out of Chicago, which I think is pretty good for Luther Burden. But it's also a lot of just target competition. And here, you know what? Why not? Let's do this. We're gonna lean into this and get a little different. This is what I do, man. When I'm on like my 4th draft, I get a little weird, man. I draft teams I don't normally draft. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, but I like getting different. I like mixing things up. And I'm still not taking Scatabo here. Maybe in the 8th round, I would consider Scatabo right now, personally. Maybe the 7th. I don't know. But when we took 2 Bears, I'm just going to take Caleb. I really don't think this guy's going to snipe me. It wouldn't make sense. He should take Hurts if he's going to take a quarterback. Yeah, he takes Scatabo. So, you know, I like Burrow more. But like, who cares? Caleb Williams never falls back to pick 82. So getting him here, get a little different. We're leaning into Loveland. Hopefully Rome has a bounce back year. And yeah, get a little more Caleb Williams exposure. He was my most drafted quarterback last year, and it worked out. So another share of the Ben Johnson offense always feels pretty good. And yeah, it's a unique team for sure. CeeDee Lamb and Devon Achane are unique as it is. We got Tedderone McMillan past ADP, reached up for Loveland, and then took Rome to pair with Caleb Williams for the double stack right there. So good for my portfolio for sure. Did you see how high leg up has Monty now? No, I did not. Let me know. ETR probably gonna have him even higher. I'm gonna guess like round 5, maybe round 4 even now. But dude, I think Monty's gonna be good. Like he's a fucking good running back, man. And maybe an unpopular take, but he might be the hardest running back to tackle in the entire league. Like everyone considered. If you listen to any players, like Montgomery is one of the hardest running backs to bring down. That dude is big, low center of gravity, shifty, and just slippery, man. Yeah, early 50s. I don't hate it, man. Like, dude, personally, in my heart of hearts, I'm taking him above Swift. Like, in a vacuum, if these two were staring at me on the board, I don't know. It's tough because Swift like catches more passes and stuff, but I just think David Montgomery's a better running back than DeAndre Swift. I think David Montgomery has a better season than RJ Harvey. I think he has a better season than Quinshon Judkins just because of his health. So, like, honestly, I don't necessarily disagree. Maybe I'm saying that as a Lions fan, but dude, if you listen to any player in the league talk about David Montgomery, he's a fucking stud. And the Lions coaching staff, everyone said David Montgomery would be an RB1 on like almost every other team. So he is 29 years old, but at the same time, man, like the last couple of years, he got underutilized. He got injured like a little bit, but he also plays running back and plays hard. But someone who can handle 20 touches a game pretty easily and who's just a fucking dog. Like, speaking of fantasy dog, David Montgomery, fantasy dog. And I'm not afraid for my strong takes, man. He just went right there. Pick like in the 70s, man. I'm totally fine with taking David Montgomery there. He's going to go higher, dude. And the Texans paid a lot for him. They traded 2 picks and a player. The rumor was that David Montgomery was going to go for a 5th round pick. He went for a 4th, a 7th, and an offensive lineman. I've been meaning to look into it, but I don't know if Scruggs was a starter for them. But yeah, you're taking him next. Texans O-line kind of sucks, and Ben Johnson run scheme is top 5 in the league, as you know. Yes, but I actually listened to a clip driving on my way home from work today from, wow, Cortland Sutton is still here at 80. That's the furthest I've seen him fall. Damn, nice pickup, Jonathan. I don't like Cortland Sutton that much, but at that price, dude, like, I'd be taking him right there pretty easily. And what's the dog gonna do? He takes Wilson, so might be unpopular. I'm gonna go Pearsall first. I'm gonna go Ricky Pearsall. Gonna go Ricky Pearsall. Maybe Dak comes back to us. Both these teams have 0 quarterback, but again, I'm trying to get unique teams. I'm trying to get ADP value. We're leaning into Caleb Williams. Damn, I still only have 1 running back, which doesn't feel too great. Ugh, especially when the guys coming back to us are not very nice. Damn. Kind of dug myself a hole at running back pretty much. But honestly, when I'm not big on Achan, I don't mind just taking him as a hero running back because if he does hit, then it's going to be a good team. So if he hits, he hits. If not, then so be it. Like if Achan's not good, then this team's probably not advancing anyways. So I don't mind leaning into that. And Dak does come back to us. So fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna do it. And we might even draft like 8 running backs on this team because Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, I'm cool with stopping at 2. When I draft Colson Loveland this early, I'm cool stopping at 2. We have good receivers as well. So I might just hammer a bunch of late running backs. Scruggs not good. Yeah. I don't blame him, but hey, offensive line, you need some depth. Maybe Detroit can develop him a bit. Our offensive line coach is quite good, so you never know. I'm assuming he's like decently young. You know, I wouldn't assume he's like 30 or something like that. And yeah, dude, they're definitely working on the offensive line. They did trade away like Titus Howard as well, but they just didn't want to pay him. And one thing I heard about Chris Long talking about on his podcast today was, man, sometimes an offensive line can be so shitty at pass protection, but they're just dogs in the run game and lean on that to try and hide some of their passing vulnerabilities. And he gave the example of when he was in Los Angeles playing on the Rams, or maybe St. Louis at the time, and they were playing the Seahawks, and the Seahawks offensive line sucked, but the way they blocked for Marshawn Lynch and the way they ran the ball was fucking tough. It made it tough. So it'll be interesting to see if they get the right offensive linemen who are good for run blocking, then it could be good. I definitely think they're drafting at least 2, I would assume. They haven't had the best history drafting offensive linemen, but who knows? Low cap space, no O line could be bad for Monty. It could, but I don't know. I'm leaning on talent as well. And yeah, Denver very likely to sign it back like Algier B-Rob, knowing they did that. Absolutely, man. I've heard even that Denver is interested in Travis Etienne. And yeah, RJ Harvey just does not feel good. Most of the second-year running backs going there just do not feel good. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. Welcome, my friend. Hey, what's up, Green Bean? I know you were in the start of Nice and Blunt stream earlier today. So yeah, dude, it is all going well. And Nice and Blunt and I, we had quite a unique team in the first draft we did today. So definitely go back and check that one out if you weren't here for that. We ended up reaching up for James Cook at 5, and then we got Nico Olave and some other picks to fall to us, including Makai Lemon in the 6th round. So that felt pretty good. And wow, running back is dead. Oh my God. What have we done? This might be a yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. When I'm on my 4th draft of the night, like, this is when I'm getting wild. I'm just doing some wild shit. Yo, Jonathan, don't do it to me. I know you're thinking about it, but don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it, Jonathan. Let me get wild. Let me get wild, my friend. You you had to do it to me, man. I was gonna get wild. Come on now. Okay. Let's regroup. So I'm not looking at quarterback. I don't want a second tight end here. Oh, dude, these running backs are disgusting. And I can't take one, so I need to take a receiver here. Maybe we go Wandale. Could go like Jaden Reed. I don't mind reaching up for Coker as well. We're just kind of getting weird on this one, man. And, dude, I just like some Jalen Coker. I've been clicking him a lot recently. I didn't have much exposure to him, and I'm kind of catching up on it. Oh, also, we get the double stack with Tedero and McMillan. Maybe not the best 2 Carolina pass catchers, but who knows? They could flip-flop weeks or something like that. And we'll see who's available. I kind of forgot we had 2 picks right here as well. I'm just gonna get fucking weird, dude. I have not built a team like this before, but I don't care. We're getting really weird. We only have 1 running back through 10 rounds, so we might be donating today, but who cares, man? I don't take a lot of HN. We might even draft 9 running backs on this team. Who the fuck knows? Who knows? Like, we might go 2, 9, 7, 2. I have no idea, man. But yo, this is my 4th draft in a row right now. So, like I said, sometimes we get funky, we get weird, man. And I'm just gonna lean into it. So I could be donating. Sometimes I need to donate too. And yeah. Levernucky, I clicked Harvey in a bigger board and I looked at the team and I was disgusted. Oh, yeah, dude. I remember I clicked RJ Harvey a bit when this contest first opened because I started like 3 receivers and then I realized how fast running backs went off the board and just realized like, oh, I need a running back. Took Harvey. I'm like, oh, it doesn't feel good, man. Yeah. Bigger board with Rasheed at 30. Who Hames, didn't you say you took one with Rasheed at like 22 or something as well? Or like in the early 20s? Because, yeah, I don't know, man. I have not been taking a lot of Rasheed Rice either. I think I have like 2 teams with him or 3 at like the turn back here. But yeah, man. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that, Danimal. That's what makes you great. You are unique. Yeah, dude, we got to get unique. We got to get weird. And if we can pull it together, if we draft the right running backs, then who knows, dude? Who knows? Because this could also be a team where all we need is 2 running backs to hit our lineup. And we're making a big bet on HN right now to hit our lineup, 90% of weeks, hopefully. So yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind leaning into it. And honestly, we don't even have the best receivers. Like, that's why I don't take a lot of Colston Loveland. Damn, dude, I was hoping for my GOAT, Woody Marks. Goes at ADP. That's interesting. Like, of all the drafts where he doesn't fall, come on, man. Fuck, dude. Running back feels so gross. So gross. I would have taken Kincaid if he fell. Like, 16 picks past ADP. I was hoping for Dobbins too. You do it to me again, my friend. And this is so tough. This is so tough. I might even just take another receiver and just really lean into it. But I'm gonna go Tracy first. I know he's falling a lot, but we need some kind of running back, man. We need some kind of running back. And I don't think Casey, Concepcion, or Higgins are really gonna make or break our team. On a team like this, I don't want Kittle. Although, like, maybe it could be good, honestly. But I don't know. We'll see what comes to us, man. We'll see how it looks. Running back is fucking gross, dude. Yo, Mike Washington. Just kidding. His ADP is already 166. That's insane. Man, do I just take Kill? I have Pearsall. We have Loveland to buy some time for us. Or we can just take one more receiver and be completely done at receiver. Like if I take Higgins, I'm just completely done at receiver. Or we take Kittle. You know what? Let's try it, man. Let's go Higgins and just be done at receiver. I've never drafted a team like this year. So why not, man? Why not? We are done at receiver and we're done at quarterback. Most likely. We could draft a third quarterback late, but honestly, I'd rather just get 9 running backs on a team like this. And yeah, I'm done drafting receiver for sure. One of my first like 7 receiver builds even. So I'm taking Mike in the 150s because he's going to be 120 soon. Yeah, man. People were making fun of me on stream like a few days ago or shortly after when I took Big Mike at 156, 157 in 2 drafts in a row. And I think I took him at like 150 in a draft too. And people were clowning on that. But man, regardless, I'm trying to get some closing line value. And I only had 9% of him before the combine. So I think I'm at like 12 now. Want to be a little overexposed and just get that CLV regardless. Who's going to be the Cardinals quarterback? Brissett? Honestly, I don't doubt it. Like, I think that's a good option for them, to be honest, because Brissett actually played pretty well last year and he's under contract. He's really cheap. And all you hear is that, next year's quarterback class is one of the best ever. So, a ton of great quarterbacks. So, if they, kind of tank this year and just end up with a good quarterback next year, like it's kind of worth it. They have a pretty shitty roster as it is. And like, is there really any point in paying for like a Malik Willis when you're not even close to competing? I don't think so. Like, is there any point in bringing in someone different than like Kirk Cousins or Derek Carr or Geno Smith or one of those guys? Like, Jacoby Brissett's pretty much just the same. So he actually played good last year too. I don't think he won a single game as a starter, but he was throwing for like 280 yards a game sometimes. Yeah, Brooklyn Bomb goes ahead and take Mike Washington. Omar Cooper already all the way up to 141. Damn. I didn't even realize Jalen McMillan got taken by Wilson at 133. He does have Baker. So I guess you were just wanting to get your stack. And in this range, like, who cares, man? You can get Jalen McMillan pretty easily at the next turn, which in a vacuum is going to be better. But if you just want to play it like that, then do your thing, man. There's nothing wrong with taking a guy above ADP like that. Who cares? Now, I have an idea for my next pick for sure. It's probably going to get sniped because that's what happens every time. Rashad White just got taken. That would have felt really good. I would have been hoping for Bryce Young. If he was there at pick 159, I would have taken Bryce Young for sure. Damn, these tight end values are really nice. And Goddard and Strange. Kamara was the guy I wanted. So, oh boy. Oh boy. I'm going to take Tajay Spears. I mean, Trey Benson. I don't have a single share of Trey Benson, man. I just, like, I don't understand why he's going at pick 135. I really don't. I would still rather just take Tajay Spears over him. And I was considering Goddard, but I just need the running backs on this team. And I like the tight ends later, anyways. And we can just we're leaning in heavy to Colson Loveland on this team. So why not? Man, Trey Benson, though, at pick 159. Like, do I just get my first share right there? When Love goes to Arizona. Yeah, he definitely could, man. I would not be surprised if they took him at 3. Like, dude, why is Trey Benson going here? He's done nothing in the league. He had a bad injury at the end of the year. Like, I know I'm getting 35 picks value. You know, I'm gonna go Brenton Strange. I'm getting a lot of value on Brenton Strange, and now I'm just done. I'm literally just drafting running backs for the rest of the draft now. And maybe I shouldn't admit that, but I'm probably just gonna do that. Maybe if a decent enough quarterback value or receiver value falls to me that I like, then I'll take that. But I literally might just go 9 running backs on this team and hope I hit some. So fuck it, dude. It's extremely thin, but yeah, I see Strange fall a lot, and I think people just like I think in the 130s is a little expensive for him. He showed some flashes last year, but there is a lot of target competition in Jacksonville. But man, I don't know if I've seen him go at pick like 159 before, so I'll take that. Dude, why are all these good guys going? This is why it fucking sucks drafting with you guys because all the guys I can usually get later, like Bigsby or like Aaron Jones has been falling. Like you guys are just taking these guys, man. And I was considering Aaron Jones with my last pick instead of Brenton Strange, but I just went with the ADP value. And then I'm very, very comfortable stopping at 2 tight ends. And we see a lot of tight ends go off the board too. So makes me feel a little better about that. And yeah, we're just leaning into really shitty running backs. So definitely not a build I do often, but I don't mind having it in my portfolio. I could still take an 8th receiver if I really want to and go with 8 running backs. We'll see what the value is looking like though. ADP is literally out the window for me for the rest of the draft. It does not matter. And everyone watching knows exactly what position I'm taking too. So good luck. Good luck. Watch this just be the team that takes it down too. That would be so fucking funny. That would be so funny. Dude, even like the broken guys like Jonathan Brooks and Zach Charbonnet are getting taken in the 170s. I wouldn't get guys like this on this team either because I need production early on, especially. I can't afford to wait. Yeah, you're in the same boat with me as running backs. Oh, shoot. We're going to be sniping each other then. Hey, you have 4, though. You're still above me, man. You're still ahead of me, my friend. Wow, Hunter Henry falling 20 picks past ADP too. That's interesting. Okay, we're taking running back. Not even going to think about it. Just get a dude. Braylon Allen, who knows? He's still 22 years old. That's the biggest upside case for him. So why not? Nicholas Singleton could have been interesting. I'm going to go Brian Robinson. Maybe he just ends up in Detroit. So this is probably the most hero running back team I've seen, except for maybe the guy in the last draft who literally only took 3 running backs in like Gene T, Jeremiah Love, and Cam Scadbo. I know it's not hero running back, but man, that guy is leaning into his running backs for sure. Hunter Henry all the way at 184. Damn, dog. I don't love Hunter Henry this year. Like, he's not explosive. He's very touchdown dependent. Had a good year last year. And man, I can't even get Najee Harris to fall back to me. Like, you guys suck. But I love you. I love you guys. You know I mean it. But yeah, you got some good value on this team, Jonathan, for sure. Like you took a lot of the guys I wanted. I was hoping Laporta came back to me. I would have taken him in here. Stopped at 2. I was hoping Dobbins came to me. I was hoping Bryce Young came to me. Like Tank Bigsby, I wish fell all the way back, even though that was unlikely. Najee Harris, I wish fell all the way back, but unlikely. So yeah, dude, you are a certified cucker. But hey, you have 4 cats, so that's pretty dope, you know. Henry teams with Diggs too. Oh, I didn't even see that. I have not clicked a lot of Diggs. I think I have like 1 team of Stephon Diggs. and that was like 25 picks past ADP. And seeing where all of these tight ends went, I'm pretty happy I took Strange where I did. I think that was a good decision. Except like maybe we'll play the 2v2. Like, would I rather have Aaron Jones and Hunter Henry or Brenton Strange and Brian Robinson? Like, maybe a vet like Jones would have been nice on this team, and Hunter Henry could have provided us some stability. But when we're leaning so heavily into just two tight ends and pretty much just fading running backs altogether, I'm fine getting the better tight end. And 22 picks past ADP, a little higher in the draft, is better than later. And yo, Jonathan, fantasy dog, don't take the guys I want, please. I got my eyes on guys and I want them. So please don't take them. Probably going to anyways, though. Okay, well, I didn't want Mason Taylor, and I did want Katrin Allen. Just for the ADP value and to get a rookie. I definitely want some rookies on this team, but I'm going to go ahead and take Ray Davis. I think Ray Davis makes sense on a team like this. And, you know, James Cook and Devon Achane go pretty near each other. So, hey, if something happens to James Cook, then we have his handcuff. So I will lean into it like that. And yeah, I'm done at 2 quarterbacks. I'm done at 2 tight ends. If I take another receiver, I'm kind of interested to take Brian Flournoy, actually. Just because we have Dak Prescott and we have him stacked with CD, and then we have Caleb double stacked. So, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go into the double stack. We're getting 8 running backs anyways. Like, does 9 really make that big of a difference? But, you know, if something happens to George Pickens or he just throws a fit, Ryan Flournoy doesn't feel bad. And it makes me feel better about leaning into just Caleb and just Dak. Because now we have both of these guys double stacked. We have CD Flournoy and we have Colson Loveland and Romo Dunze. So stopping at 2 quarterbacks, both are double stacked, feels kind of decent. And I just like getting 8 receivers in the bigger board. And 8 running backs is already going to be a lot. So why not? We just need some things to go our way, and it's possible. Definitely not drafted a team like this before, but I told you guys, I get weird when I do like 4 drafts in a row like this, and I just start doing some weird shit. So yeah, who Hames? Brooks might be ready by week 1, but hurt by week 2. He's done nothing in the league, which just makes me tough to take him, man. Yeah, Wilson, that's a tough thing about the 12 spot is you can just get sniped so often, man. And yo, my kitties are going fucking wild in this corner. Look at this dude. Look at this little fucking monkey, man. He just does such random shit. And Dan's just looking at him like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Can you just like chill? Like, hey, don't bite his ass. Fuck, man. Momo will do that sometimes, man. He'll literally just like Dan's just chilling and he'll just bite him in the ass. Like, these fucking cats, dude. Yeah, this is a good point. Basically, the J.K. Dobbins arc for Brooks. Yo, Momo wants the ball, man. He's a wild boy. And like, since Dan tackled the other post, they keep fighting over this one. Like, I know I've said it. I need to get them a new scratching post, a new cat tree, because they deserve it. Maybe one that's a little more sturdy or has bigger posts that they can't just tackle the fuck out of. But I'm glad I at least got that on camera. And now I have a clip for every time I take Josh down. So that's funny to me. It'll make it worth it in the long run. Okay. Running backs here. We don't even have a single rookie. I feel like I want like at least one rookie on this team. I'm not taking Ollie Gordon because we're leaning in heavy. Could just take Devin Neal, who was like kind of decent. Brashard Smith has a role. Chris Rodriguez could have a role. Um, hmm. Fuck it, dude. Let's take Devin Neal. Why not? Why not on a team like this? I was thinking about taking Kamara. I didn't take Kamara, so let's take Devin Neal. Um, not great, but why not? Pretty much is all I'm thinking with our shitty ass running back room that we have. Like, hey, we need a little bit of upside, right? We need a little bit. This is pretty much just like an injury contingent running back room. And if anything happens to HN, then this whole team's just dead. So there's no difference between 4th place and 12th place. And I think I'm going to end off with a rookie. We're going to take Seth McGowan. Oh, it's not our turn yet. Hopefully we don't get sniped on him. Team review after the draft. Yeah, I'll do a quick team review for you guys. I'm going to make it quick, though, because I still want to get to the gym tonight. And it's getting a little late, but yeah, we'll do that. I'll go over my team pretty quick, and then I'll run through your guys. We got Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, so we're really leaning into these guys, and a weird-ass running back room. Achane, Tyrone Tracy, Tajay Spears, Braylon Allen, Brian Robinson, Ray Davis, Devin Neal, Seth McGowan. This is basically just handcuff city right here. And hey, if some injuries happen, then who knows? Could be a good team. Could just be a good team. But for all the drafts where guys don't fall, like Tyrone Tracy has been falling to like 150, and I felt like I had to reach for him here. Woody Marks has been falling, and he went at ADP. JCM's been falling. He went like at or above ADP. We did not get the luck in this draft, and that's because of you sickos, but I love you guys. Receivers, we have CeeDee Lamb, Tedero McMillan, Rome Odunze, Ricky Pearsall, Jalen Coker, Wandale Robinson, Jaden Higgins, Ryan Flournoy. So really leaning into good receivers. We have some free agents, some guys on contract year, wide receiver 1 upside, hopefully a year 3 breakout, and a lot of teammate correlation too. We have 2 Dallas pieces. We have 2 Carolina pass catchers, which I don't know if that's good, but 2 Chicago pass catchers as well. So that's not bad. And then Colson Loveland, Brenton Strange, 2 good tight ends. Not necessarily a build I would really recommend, but I don't mind having it in my portfolio. So let's check out Wilson's team real quick. He got Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Michael Penix. I don't love Michael Penix. I don't even know how much he's going to play in this year, but pick 204 is just good value. And as your third, feels totally fine. Hampton, Love, unique start right there. Getting unique is always good. Tony Pollard, Sean Tucker, Dylan Sampson, Nicholas Singleton, Emmanuel Wilson. I don't mind getting 7 on this team, especially with where you got your third and where you got your 4th. Lad McConkey, Zay Flowers, bringing him up. I've seen this a little more often, bringing him up to the turn, and could definitely work out. Good way of getting unique there. Sneaky good receiver last year for how shitty the Ravens were. Brian Thomas, he's the wide receiver 2 on his team, next to Parker Washington. If you know, you know. Michael Pittman Jr., good floor. Not my favorite to reach on. Romeo Dobbs feels like a fine pick. Could get to a good landing spot. Jalen McMillan, you reach for him, but I don't mind that. You get your stack with Baker Mayfield. Josh Downs, solid floor. Tyler Warren, double Indy right there. Kate Otten, Jake Tongas, so very good tight end room as well. And yeah, at the 12th spot, you usually have to reach for some guys, and it does make your team unique in a way. So not a bad team. Let's check out Fantasy Dog real quick. Burrow, Shuck, and Brissett. I wouldn't really recommend reaching on Jacoby Brissett. He definitely could be their starter, though, and I think that'd be the most wise decision for Arizona. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen there. James Cook, Travis Etienne, James Conner, Alvin Kamara, Katrin Allen, Joe Mixon, a lot of old guys, which I don't necessarily love. Like Joe Mixon, I don't know if he plays football again. Kamara's pretty old. James Conner, old. James Cook and Etienne are pretty good. You get Etienne past ADP too. Nice value on Katrin Allen. I was hoping he fell to me, so good pick there. T. Higgins, Christian Watson, Michael Wilson, good value there. Quentin Johnston, Stephon Diggs, Trey Tucker, Devon Vele, Brandon Cooks. I like the Brandon Cooks last round pick to mix in. He played pretty well in Buffalo. Could just go back and have some spike weeks. Trey McBride is expensive. I see why you went with Jacoby Brissett just to get that stack for that potential. Juwan Johnson, I like. Little expensive at 129. And Hunter Henry's really good value, though. Definitely caught a break there. 27 picks past ADP. Let's see. Who else we got in here? Jonathan has Malik Willis, Bryce Young, Tua. Really curious to know where Tua is going to go. I'm not convinced he's going to be a starter, but in the last round, like, it's not going to hurt your team. He got a lot of running backs too. Wow. You got 8 as well. DeAndre Swift as your first, so that makes sense. Chuba Dubadoo, J.K. Dobbins, Tank Bigsby, Kamani Vidal, Najee Harris, Jaden Blue, Ollie Gordon. So you're kind of in a similar boat with me right there. I don't hate the running back room. Stopping at 6 receivers, but honestly, with these 6, that makes total sense, dude. This is a good example of when you actually want to stop at 6 receivers. Like St. Brown, Neighbors, A.J. Brown, Rashee Rice, all of these guys are wide receiver ones. And all of these guys should realistically be going in like the first 2 rounds of the draft. And they could literally be like all top 8 receivers. So Jordan Tyson, high upside rookie, also past ADP. And then you get Cortland Sutton, 18 picks past ADP. I've never seen him fall this far. So really, really strong receiver room and unique. And good for you for stopping at 6. I respect that. Sam Laporta, George Kittle, Mason Taylor. This is a really good balanced tight end room as well. And quarterbacks are a little shaky. Like, this is expensive. 113 for Willis is pretty expensive. You got good value on Bryce Young, but a little thin at quarterback and a lot of running back darts. So you're definitely leaning on receiver and tight end heavily, but they could definitely carry your team. So I like the unique build right there, my friend. It's a good team to have in your portfolio. And Neil, I think this is Nap God. No, Nap Ball is Nap God. We'll get to you though. Jalen Hurts, Jackson Dart, Brock Purdy. Very strong quarterback room. Pretty expensive though. Gained 3 of these guys this high, but stopping at 5 running backs, I think is fine on this team when you get Jonathan Taylor, Kenneth Walker, Tyler Algier, Rashad White, Trey Benson. Trey Benson, almost a 30 pick value. I still had a hard time clicking him there, but I definitely get it. Like, what's really the risk? And when you have 4 strong running backs like that, like, why not? Wow, a lot of rookie receivers. Holy. In any case, I would not recommend getting 6 receivers that are rookies, personally. Devontae Adams, Mekhi Lemon, Denzel Boston, Casey Concepcion, Torrey Horton, Jeremy Bernard, Zachariah Branch, Chris Brazzle Dazzle, Jalen Naylor. And yeah, that's a lot of rookies, my friend. I mean, if like 4 of them hit, then it can be good. But I think you're sacrificing a lot of early season production, which is very valuable. Brock Bowers, Dalton Kincaid, I would have stopped at these 2. You don't need Theo Johnson on a team where you get pretty much anytime I'm drafting Brock Bowers, I'm getting 2 tight ends. Even if my second tight end is in round like 18, 19, 20. And then Kincaid is a nice value too, though. But instead of Theo Johnson, I probably would have gone with a more reliable receiver right there personally. Let's see. Nat Ball, Josh Allen, Kirk Cousins. Wow, very thin. You are taking a stance on Kirk Cousins right there. Curious to know where you think he's going to go. But I do like the fact that you're just leaning into Josh Allen. When you're drafting someone this high, I like leaning into the 2. So Quinshon Judkins, Ramondre, Jalen Warren, Jadarian Price, Jonathan Brooks, Damon Claiborne. I was hoping Claiborne fell back to me. And DJ Giddens. Solid running back room, but you have a lot of risk, I think. Like Judkins, I think is a risky pick. Ramondre, I think is a risky pick. Jonathan Brooks, very risky. Doesn't mean it's bad though, because risk can definitely pay off. Jalen Warren currently an RB1, but I think like it's hard to imagine that he gets a bigger role than he did last year, and he was still good in his role, but feels just ADP of 71 feels a little expensive for what his role is, and kind of lost some of the pass catching to Kenneth Gainwell last year, which isn't great for him. Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, Terry McLaurin, all-star 3 receiver start right there. So these guys can definitely carry you. Great value on Jacoby Myers, pick 100. Great value on Khalil Shakir as well to stack with Josh Allen. If you're going to draft Keelan Coleman, I like taking him on a team with Josh Allen in like the 200s. Feels totally good. Omar Cooper, pretty big reach right there. I would have maybe tried to push it another round, but he is steaming up ADP, and he's rumored to go to Buffalo as well. So you could just fall into a stack right there too. And Kenyon Sadiq, Eli Stowers, both combine winners. Eli Stowers, 189, feels like good value. Kenyon Sadiq probably going to rise to around here. And AJ Barner, I think, is a good, solid tight end to provide some stability to that room right there. And then we'll take a Brooklyn bum with Patrick Mahomes, Cam Ward, Aaron Rodgers. I think that's a good quarterback room. Yeah, I think so. When you get Patrick Mahomes, I kind of like getting a third quarterback because he can start the year off slow or even not even playing, and the rushing upside might not be there. And then Cam Ward as a number 2 feels good. Aaron Rodgers, if he comes back as a number 3, feels pretty nice. I know Brooklyn Bum likes to take Aaron Rodgers late. Bijan, Chase Brown, Jacobs, 3 really good running backs to start. To be honest, though, anytime I'm starting 3 super strong running backs like this, I'm usually stopping at 5 and really leaning into it. Like, I see why you got Brashard Smith, and I don't hate that with your last pick, actually. So maybe I take that back. You got your 6th with your very last pick with a stack for Mahomes, so that's not bad. And yeah, honestly, no, that's a good pick because you got Garrett Wilson as your wide receiver 1. That feels phenomenal. Luther Burden could just break out. DK, that's good value. I love Parker Washington. Worthy as another stack for Mahomes. Juwan Jennings, Shimray DK, Jacoby Lane. This is a really good receiver team, especially when you started 3 running backs strong. You caught up quite well at receiver, and then pretty stable tight ends. I like the Pat Fryermuth, Aaron Rodgers potential stack. Oh, and you got DK as well. So this is a very good team, my friend. And you got Gunnar Helm with Cam Ward. All 3 of your quarterbacks are stacked up with your tight ends. Like, this might be the best team I've seen you draft, my friend. This is really good. Also, Kenneth Gainwell with some Pittsburgh correlation. So if Aaron Rodgers comes back and Mahomes is healthy, then this is a really strong team. I really like what you did at receiver when starting 3 running backs, and I like how you waited for tight end, and you got good value. You got Kelsey past ADP, like 191 in this range is not a reach for Gunnar Helm, and you pushed Fryermuth. So honestly, Brooklyn Bum, I think you drafted the best team in this room. I haven't seen everyone's team, but yeah, that is a really strong team. You should be happy with that one. Put a little star next to it, man. Game tight. Are you in this one? Are you in this one, game tight? Yes, you are. Okay, I'll get to your team too. And yeah, dude, listen to Fantasy Dog, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We're on the road to 200 now. I'm still brand new to this. I started streaming literally the first day that this contest opened. So as long as this contest has been opened is as long as I've been streaming. And man, I'm having a ton of fun with it. I'm having a great time interacting with you guys. And I'm going to be streaming every day, aside from like a couple trips I have planned later on in the summer. But yeah, man, I'm not going anywhere. Subscribe. We're running this up and we're having a great time, man. So I'll get to your team now. Game tight. Game tight has Lamar, Jaden. So I'm glad you stopped at these 2 quarterbacks if you're going to spend so much on them. Oh, man. Bashal Tutin as your running back 1, I think is kind of tough. I have not been able to click him yet because I just think Jacksonville brings someone in, if not just resigns Travis Etienne. And I think his value is just going to tank. David Montgomery at 75, I think is good value. Like, I'm not hating on that whatsoever. Kyle Monangai, not my favorite pick, but hey, you get ADP value. We like that. Rico Dowdle is a good pick. Jonah Coleman, Emmett Johnson. I would not reach on Emmett Johnson right now. Pick 123. He is falling like a rock right now. You're going to get him in the 150s, maybe even the 160s pretty soon. So I would not reach that high on Emmett Johnson personally. Jordan James, good late round flyer. Puka Nacua, Drake London, George Pickens, very strong 3 wide receivers. I love Rashid Shaheed. Tesla could have upside. Not my favorite click. Marvin Mims, Rashad Bateman, Jalen Lane. So you got a lot of spike week potential, and you're really leaning into your top 3 receivers clearly. And you got good value, man. Like Drake London Puka is a pretty rare start. And then Pickens all the way back at pick 27 is quite nice there too. So really leaning in heavy to those 3, which I don't mind. And a lot of youth here on the back end. So some late round stacks with Jalen Lane, Rashad Bateman with your 2 quarterbacks. So if those hit, then it's looking good for your team. Mark Andrews to stack with Lamar. Not my favorite to take, but hey, if he gets 2 touchdowns in the right week, then that could be good for you. Isaiah Likely. I like taking Isaiah Likely on a team with Jaden Daniels just for pretty much any free agent tight end. I think is good to take with Jaden Daniels. And then David Njoku, I think is a good value late in the draft as well. So I really like your first 3 receivers. I think some of the running backs you overpaid a little bit on, but at least you got 7 of them. And yeah, not a bad team altogether. So a lot of you guys drafted a better team than me. And I definitely think the winner of this draft was Brooklyn Bum. This team's got to be advancing, man. Good job, dude. Put a little star next to this one, man. That was a good team. And yeah, thank you guys very much. Listen to Fantasy Dog, man. Subscribe if you're new, or if you're not. Still, subscribe. If you're watching the replay, subscribe, man. I love you guys. Leave a comment after. Leave a like if you haven't. Helps the channel out, and I appreciate it. You're welcome, man. I try and give some advice when I'm reviewing your guys' teams. I want you guys to do better, and never want to shit on your teams or anything, but it's all constructive criticism. So hope you take some lessons out of that. A lot of this has to do with how you build your team. So, but hey, I could be wrong about Tootin. That's the thing. If Tootin's just the RB1, then that's a great pick right there. I just think they bring someone in. And listen to Wilson, man. See you guys tomorrow. We're streaming every day. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Joy is beautiful. And end stream. Hey, damn it. Hey, down. Hey, boy. Yo. Oh, oh, dude, I just fell off my stool too. Yo, what a way to end this stream. Okay.